You drag yourself out of bed every morning feeling like you didn't sleep at all, even after a full 8 hours under the covers. What if you could actually sleep less but wake up feeling more energized, focused, and ready to dominate your day than ever before? In this video, I'll share 7 science-backed strategies used by elite performers that will completely transform how you sleep, recover, and show up in life. I discovered these methods when I hit rock bottom 3 years ago, sleeping 9 hours but waking up exhausted, brain foggy, productivity destroyed. The problem is, most people think more sleep is always the answer, but sleep quality beats quantity every single time. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to rewire your sleep architecture, reduce your sleep need by 1 to 2 hours, and wake up feeling like a completely different person. These aren't just tips. This is a complete 30-day transformation protocol. Let's dive in. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most people set random alarm times and wonder why they wake up feeling like they got hit by a truck. Your brain doesn't sleep in one continuous block. Instead, it cycles through 90-minute phases: light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, then back again. Each complete cycle is like rebooting your computer. When you wake up mid-cycle, you feel groggy and disoriented no matter how long you slept. When you wake up at the end of a cycle, you feel naturally refreshed. Research from the Sleep Research Society found that waking during light sleep versus deep sleep creates a 340% difference in perceived energy levels. This happens because deep sleep is when your brain waves slow down dramatically. Interrupting this is like yanking the plug out of a computer mid-update. Your brain literally needs to complete each cycle to consolidate memories, process emotions, and reset your neurotransmitters. This is why you can feel more rested after 6 hours, 4 complete cycles, than 7 hours, 4 cycles plus 30 minutes into the 5th. First, calculate your ideal sleep duration in 90-minute multiples. 6 hours, 7.5 hours, or 9 hours. Not 7 or 8 hours like conventional wisdom says. Second, use sleepity.me or a sleep calculator to set your alarm for exactly when a cycle ends. Third, give yourself a 15-minute buffer to fall asleep. So, if you want 4 cycles, 6 hours, go to bed 6 hours and 15 minutes before your alarm. Fourth, avoid the common mistake of just 10 more minutes. Hitting snooze throws you back into a cycle you can't complete, making everything worse. For instance, instead of sleeping 8 random hours, try exactly 7.5 hours and watch your morning energy skyrocket. But that's not all. Sleep cycles are just the foundation. This next one is crucial, and it's probably the biggest mistake sabotaging your sleep right now. 2 hours before your target sleep time, you eliminate all blue light exposure and create an environment of complete darkness. This means no phones, no TV, no bright overhead lights, no laptop screens. You're essentially telling your brain nighttime has arrived by removing the modern signals that confuse your circadian rhythm. Think of it as a daily sunset simulation. Even if you live in a city that never sleeps, your pineal gland produces melatonin, your sleep hormone, but only in darkness. Blue light wavelengths between 450 to 480 nanometers directly suppress melatonin production by up to 85%, according to Harvard Medical School research. This works because for 200,000 years, humans only experienced blue light from the sky, which signaled stay awake. Your brain hasn't evolved to understand that your phone isn't the sun. Even worse, blue light exposure after 8 p.m. delays your circadian phase by an average of 3 hours, meaning your body thinks it's still afternoon when it's actually midnight. First, install blue light blocking apps like F-Lux on all devices. But honestly, just put your phone in another room 2 hours before bed. This is non-negotiable. Second, Replace bright white bulbs with red or amber bulbs in your bedroom and bathroom. You can see fine, but your melatonin production continues. Third, invest in blackout curtains or a sleep mask that creates complete darkness. If you can see your hand in front of your face, it's not dark enough. Fourth, avoid the trap of just checking one message. Every phone unlock floods your retinas with sleep-destroying light. For instance, instead of scrolling before bed, try reading a physical book under dim amber light, and you'll fall asleep 40% faster. Now, let's talk about something even more powerful. Most people don't know this, but your body needs to drop its core temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate deep sleep. You strategically lower your body temperature 60 to 90 minutes before sleep through cold exposure, either a cold shower, ice bath, or simply keeping your bedroom ice cold at 65–68 degrees Fahrenheit. This isn't about toughness or discipline. It's about hacking your body's natural thermoregulation system that controls sleep onset. Your core temperature naturally drops in the evening, but modern heated homes fight against this biological signal. Neuroscientist Dr. Matthew Walker from UC Berkeley discovered that sleep quality correlates directly with how efficiently your body can shed heat. When your core temperature drops, your brain receives a cascading signal that triggers adenosine buildup, melatonin release, and metabolic slowdown, the perfect storm for deep sleep. This works because your body associates temperature drops with nighttime throughout evolutionary history. Additionally, cold exposure increases brown fat activation, which burns calories while improving sleep architecture. Japanese researchers found that cold-adapted individuals experience 34% more deep sleep and 28% more REM sleep than control groups. First, take a 5-minute cold shower or end your regular shower with 60 seconds of cold water about 90 minutes before bed. The post-cold rebound creates the perfect temperature drop for sleep. Second, set your bedroom thermostat to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, it feels cold initially, but your sleep quality will explode. Third, use breathable cotton sheets instead of synthetic materials that trap heat against your skin. Fourth, avoid the mistake of exercising within 2 hours of bedtime. It raises core temperature and delays sleep onset by up to 90 minutes. For instance, instead of a hot, relaxing bath before bed, try a lukewarm bath followed by a cold bedroom, and you'll fall asleep in half the time. This brings me to the next secret, and it's a game changer. Now you might be thinking, what does food have to do with sleep? Everything, actually. You stop eating 3 to 4 hours before your sleep time, allowing your digestive system to fully process your last meal before you lie down. This creates a fasting state where your body can focus 100% of its resources on sleep restoration, instead of dividing energy between digestion and recovery. Think of it like closing all background apps on your phone before running an important program. Your system simply works better. Digestion requires massive blood flow to your stomach and intestines, which directly competes with the blood flow your brain needs for memory consolidation and cellular repair during sleep. Stanford University research found that eating within 3 hours of sleep reduces deep sleep by 35% and increases nighttime wake-ups by 58%. This happens because your circadian rhythm controls digestive enzyme production. Eating late forces your body to produce these enzymes when it should be producing growth hormone and melatonin instead. Plus, lying down with food in your stomach increases acid reflux by 73%, which fragments sleep even if you don't consciously wake up. First, make your last meal at least 3 hours before bed, ideally 4 hours for heavy or high-fat meals that take longer to digest. Second, if you absolutely must eat something close to bedtime, keep it under 200 calories and focus on easily digestible options like a banana or small handful of almonds, not pizza or ice cream. Third, stop drinking liquids 90 minutes before sleep to avoid midnight bathroom trips that destroy your sleep cycles. Fourth, avoid the trap of healthy pre-bed snacks. Your body doesn't need fuel right before 6 to 8 hours of lying still. It needs rest. For instance, instead of your 9 p.m. snack habit, finish dinner by 7 p.m. and notice how you fall into deeper sleep faster. But wait, there's more to this. This is the secret that elite performers swear by, and it costs absolutely nothing. Within 30 minutes of waking up, ideally within 10 minutes, you expose your eyes to direct outdoor sunlight for 10 to 15 minutes. Not through a window, not with sunglasses, but direct natural light hitting your retinas. This sets your circadian anchor point, essentially telling your biological clock, this is morning. Start the countdown to sleep in 14 to 16 hours. It's like setting the master timer that controls everything else. Your eyes contain specialized cells called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells that detect light intensity and communicate directly with your brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus, your master circadian clock. Research from the Salk Institute found that morning light exposure increases cortisol at the right time, making you alert, and advances melatonin production by 1 to 2 hours in the evening, making you naturally tired earlier. This works because light is 200 times more powerful than coffee at regulating your energy. Even better, morning sunlight contains specific wavelength ratios that evening light doesn't, creating a perfect biological signal. Dr. Andrew Huberman's research shows that people who get morning light fall asleep 50% faster and wake up feeling significantly more refreshed. First, step outside within 30 minutes of waking. Even if it's cloudy, outdoor light is still 10 times brighter than indoor lighting and works perfectly. Second, spend 10 to 15 minutes with sunlight in your field of vision. You don't have to stare at the sun, don't do that. Just face the general direction with eyes open. Third, make this non-negotiable before checking your phone or computer. This is the most powerful thing you can do for your sleep tonight. Fourth, avoid wearing sunglasses during this morning window. You need those photons hitting your retinas to trigger the biological cascade. For instance, instead of scrolling Instagram first thing, walk outside with your coffee and let your circadian rhythm reset naturally. Now, let's talk about something that happens while you're actually asleep. Here's where it gets interesting. How you breathe during sleep might matter more than how long you sleep. You train yourself to breathe exclusively through your nose during sleep, either through conscious practice before bed or by using mouth tape. Yes, really. Nasal breathing during sleep activates completely different physiology than mouth breathing, transforming your sleep from survival mode to restoration mode. This single change can reduce your sleep need by 30 to 60 minutes, while improving how you feel. Nasal breathing increases nitric oxide production by 6-fold compared to mouth breathing, according to research from the Karolinska Institute. Nitric oxide dilates blood vessels, increases oxygen absorption by 18%, lowers heart rate, and signals your nervous system to stay in parasympathetic, rest and digest, mode. Mouth breathing during sleep does the opposite. It triggers subtle stress responses, dries out your airways, increases sleep apnea risk by 300%, and keeps your body in low-grade fight-or-flight mode all night. Dr. James Nestor's research found that mouth breathing creates lighter, more fragmented sleep, while nasal breathing produces 42% more deep sleep and 31% more REM sleep. First, practice nasal breathing consciously during the day. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts, out through your nose for 6 counts. Repeat for 5 minutes. This trains your body to default to nasal breathing. Second, try mouth taping at night using specialized sleep tape or gentle medical tape in an X pattern across your lips. Sounds weird, feels amazing. Third, if you can't breathe through your nose, address that first. Use nasal strips, saline rinse, or see a doctor about deviated septum or allergies. Fourth, avoid the mistake of taping without practice. Start with daytime nasal breathing for a week first. For instance, instead of accepting your mouth breathing habit, tape your mouth tonight and experience what real restorative sleep feels like. This brings me to the final and most powerful secret. Most people don't know this, but you can actually train your body to need less sleep through controlled sleep restriction. For 7 to 10 days, you deliberately reduce your time in bed by 60 to 90 minutes, creating mild sleep pressure that consolidates your sleep into more efficient, deeper cycles. You're essentially teaching your body to make every minute in bed count instead of lying there half awake for hours. This is the same technique used in clinical CBTI, cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, to fix chronic sleep issues. When you spend too much time in bed, your sleep becomes fragmented and shallow. Think of it like spreading butter too thin. Sleep restriction increases sleep pressure, adenosine buildup, which creates more intense deep sleep and eliminates the light, useless sleep that doesn't restore you. Research from Stanford University Medical Center found that strategic sleep restriction improves sleep efficiency from an average of 65% to 92% within 2 weeks. This works because sleep is governed by homeostatic pressure. The longer you're awake, the stronger your sleep drive becomes. By slightly restricting sleep, you build massive sleep pressure that produces deeper, more restorative cycles. After the restriction phase, you can gradually add back 15 to 30 minutes while maintaining the improved sleep quality. First, calculate your current average time in bed versus actual sleep time. If you're in bed 8 hours but sleeping 6.5, that's your baseline. Second, restrict your time in bed to 15 minutes more than your actual sleep time. In this case, 6 hours, 45 minutes for 7 to 10 days. Go to bed later, but wake up at the same time. Third, after the restriction phase, gradually add back 15 minutes per week until you find your optimal duration, usually 6 to 7.5 hours. Fourth, avoid the mistake of restricting below 6 hours total, or doing this during high-stress periods. This is strategic, not sleep deprivation torture. For instance, instead of lying in bed for 9 hours getting poor sleep, try spending exactly 6.5 hours in bed and watch your sleep quality transform. You've already watched this far, so let me share one critical insight that ties everything together. Let's quickly review what we covered today, because these 7 secrets work synergistically. They're not just tips, they're a complete system. Number 1, the 90-minute sleep cycle hack. Sleep in 90-minute multiples. Wake up between cycles, not during them. Number 2, the darkness immersion protocol. Eliminate blue light 2 hours before bed to trigger natural melatonin production. Number 3, cold thermogenesis trigger. Drop your body temperature to initiate deeper, more restorative sleep. Number 4, fasting-aligned sleep window. Stop eating 3 to 4 hours before bed so your body can focus on restoration, not digestion. Number 5, morning light anchoring. Get outside within 30 minutes of waking to set your circadian rhythm for the entire day. Number 6, nasal breathing enforcement. Breathe through your nose during sleep to increase oxygen and activate deep recovery. Number 7, strategic sleep deprivation reset. Use controlled sleep restriction to consolidate and intensify your sleep quality. Remember, sleep isn't about how many hours you log. It's about the quality of recovery you achieve in the time you're actually asleep. You have everything you need to transform your sleep, energy, and performance starting tonight. The only difference between feeling exhausted every morning and waking up unstoppable is implementing these 7 protocols consistently for 30 days. Don't wait until you're completely burned out or your health starts breaking down. Start with just one of these tonight. I recommend the darkness protocol combined with sleep cycle timing because they're the easiest and produce immediate results. I promise you, 30 days from now, when you're waking up with more energy on 6.5 hours than you used to have on 9, you'll thank yourself for taking act. On today. If you found this helpful and you're ready to take control of your sleep and energy, hit that like button so more people can discover this video. Subscribe for more science-backed self-improvement content that actually works. No fluff, just strategies that transform your life. Drop a comment telling me which of these 7 secrets you're implementing first, and if you want to learn how to optimize your morning routine to match this sleep optimization, check out the video I'm linking in the description next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now go disappear for 30 days and come back unstoppable.